Alright, what's up, y'all? So, y'all know your girl got the goods. Um, First of all, let me say thank you to Twists Are Real. I believe that was the commenter's name in my last video that hit me up and actually answered the question that I had in the video. I asked, what are some channels that I'm not watching that I probably should be watching? Or channels that you guys watch, maybe I didn't know about or whatever. So they gave me 3 channels that they was watching, and I went back. I took a couple of days, went back, and I'm always like listening to YouTube while I do stuff. Like if I'm cooking, it's usually playing in the background. I can hear it, because a lot of these videos, depending on what they're doing, you can listen to them and still get the information. You may not be able to see what they're doing hands on, but you get the information, especially if they talking and walking you through it. And I'll be honest, that's usually what makes a good video to me. Is I shouldn't have to just look at you to get what you're doing. If you can explain it, I should be able to just listen. So I went back, listened, looked at all 3 of the channels, and sure enough, all 3 of the channels was fire. So I'm bringing this to y'all so I can share these 3 channels with y'all. So the first channel is I think it's Gardening with Gary Heilig. I'll put the links in the description and I'll pin them in the comment section. One of these days I'm gonna write this stuff down and not just be so off the cuff. By the way, y'all like my baby, they not ready. Harriet Tubman, 1849. We out. Anyway, and here come Felix. Why do this dude from the city just keep rolling around the corner? He done roll around like 3 times. Like, who you looking for? Anyway, Gardening with Gary Heilig. Let me tell you something. Dude channel is off the chain. He's a retired horticulturalist from Michigan State University Extension Office. So he's a retired educator. Dude is so on point. Like, it's only one other channel's pruning videos that I actually like. There are probably other good ones out there, but hold on, cause y'all know, look who done showed up. Your boy, Felix. Say hello. Hello. You gonna be quiet? Okay, okay, no, you're gonna. He screams as soon as he hits the ground. I don't understand. I'm doing a video. Be quiet, okay? Be quiet. Because you're not talking about pruning. Anyway, dude's pruning videos is so on point. Y'all want some pruning videos where he'll tell you. Because, see, let me tell y'all something. When you looking for information, and I might need to put this out here because people be getting information and, I have to side-eye some of this stuff. Just because somebody got a big channel on YouTube do not mean listen to them. Just because a person has a lot of videos does not mean listen to them. Just because, a person may seem to know what they're talking about on the surface does not mean listen to them. It's so many people have listened to some of these big YouTubers and killed stuff. And they're not going to be honest and just tell it like, no, I'll listen to them. And I had several things die. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, that ain't throwing them no shade. It's just being real. Like, I just believe in stopping people from, hurting them or doing too much damage. And I'm not saying just jump and listen to me either. I'm not saying that. I'll tell people in a minute. Proof is in the pudding. I only tell y'all what I do. If you want to replicate it, go right ahead. If you don't. It's just that simple. But the proof is in the pudding. People ask me questions. Well, what about this? What about that? If I'm not doing it a certain way, it's probably because I already tried it and it didn't work. But see, I did some of that same stuff trying with other people, and it wasn't working. So, like I said, this person and the way they tell you how to prune, why you doing it that way, you know, what you trying to achieve. And then by him being an educator on top of that, very clear, concise explanations, um, can show you beautiful examples, will show you step by step, year by year. Then educated me on something I didn't know. Because he's in Michigan. So, dude was like, yeah, I was going to protect my trees from the frost. Genius idea. I hadn't even thought about it. He said, yeah, I was going to spray my trees with water. The frost was coming. I was going to spray my trees with water. They was already blooming, right? He was going to spray them with water. And, of course, if it's 32 degrees, the water's going to freeze onto the tree. And I know what y'all saying, but you freezing your blooms. No, you freezing that ice acts as, basically it'll stop it at 32 degrees. It won't get any colder. And a particular tree he had, the blooms would have been okay. The tree was hardy to 32. It was going to get colder than 32. But what it does is when you freeze that ice on there, it stops it at 32. It won't. So if you go down to -0, those blooms not going to get -0. They're going to be 32. The ice basically insulates. And I know a lot of y'all going to think we're still 32. Yeah, that's because you human and you meant your body temp is almost 100 degrees. So yeah, 32 is cold to you. You're not a plant. It's a little bit different for a plant. What a plant is trying to do is keep the cell walls from bursting. There's water inside the cell walls. When water freezes, it expands and bursts the cell wall. Well, if you stop it just at 32, the cell wall won't break. Therefore, you don't get that frostbite damage. And it'll save your blooms. And I was like, that's freaking ingenious. And I'm not saying he came up with that, but just the idea that he showed that and shared it. Because I don't see that kind of information being shared very often. But he gardens, period. You can tell he has a genuine love for plants. Older guy, God said he about to be 70 years old. I couldn't believe it because he don't look his age. Real funny with the intros. He always had these real funny little associated with whatever kind of productions or whatever. So, you know, a little bit of humor, but a lot of information. So y'all go check out Gary Heilig. If you put in Gary Heilig in the search, it'll probably come up, but I'll put it down in the description so you know the spelling. The next channel is If the Truck Stops Rolling. All one word. Let me tell y'all about If the Truck Stops Rolling. Another older cat. And you know what I like about him? It's hard to get an old dog to do new tricks. Because I know plenty dudes his age, they wouldn't be doing the stuff he doing. This dude is using biochar. I mean, he using all these newer techniques, but then he mixes them with older stuff. Because he had this, how to store water underground. I had never seen nothing like that before. Now, Supreme was in the comment section. He said his uncle, look, somebody had set up like that. I had never seen that before. I was like, oh, that's fire. You know, so I like it because he kind of mixes. And I'm not saying that biochar is a new idea. It's not by any means. But if you have not studied what indigenous peoples have done centuries ago, because this is centuries old technology, the idea of biochar. It's just the word is new. You know, you have to come up with a little fancy little word, you know, a little buzzword to get people, draw people in. But the concept of what they was doing is very old, just like culture, very old. That's centuries old. That's not new technology. It's just, let's say it's rediscovered. That's what that is. It's just like how Christopher Columbus rediscovered the Americas because it was already here. He just didn't know about it. But anyway, so yeah. If the Truck Stops Rolling, great channel. He's also using it, growing in the totes, composting in place. If y'all want to see another great example about composting in place, watch him. That's who you need to be watching. Last channel, third one, Artie Porter. Now here come the city van. Who they looking for? Oh, that's animal control. I don't know what or who they looking for. Is they looking for the roosters? But animal control don't usually pick up. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. They ain't looking for none of my cheering. That's all I know. But anyway, Artie Porter. He another older cat. Artie Porter's in Arkansas. Um, Growing a lot of stuff. Likes to do a lot of square foot gardening. Does a lot of fishing too. But yeah, he just seemed like a really cool guy. Growing a lot of different stuff. Seems to be affiliated with a lot of different farmers markets and things of that nature. So he got a really good channel with a lot of different uploads, various stuff. I mean, like I said, a lot of it's gardening, fishing, that type thing. And I like to watch that kind of stuff. I don't know if y'all like to watch fishing and stuff like that. I do. He always catching all these brim. But yeah, gotta love the brim. But those are 3 channels that I think you probably could get something from. I also liked it that they were all guys. Like I said, there's so many women in the gardening game, and no shade to the women. Hey, this cat is getting out of his mind. But yeah, no shade to the women. It's just good to see the guys doing it, and good to see some authentic guys that's not on YouTube to blow their ego up. Cause some of these dudes on YouTube, y'all just on here to blow y'all ego up. Stop. Nobody cares. Just get you a side piece and move on. But and then I also want to do one more thing. I want to draw your attention back around to somebody. I may have mentioned her a long time ago, not sure. But Soul Gardener, I want to say 74, 73, 70, it's 74, I believe. But I'll put it down in the description. My girl took a little hiatus. I've been subscribed to her for a very long time. She did a lot of butterfly garden and stuff like that, to where she'd get dill and parsley, all that stuff that butterflies love, milkweed, and she would really make sure that she would feed the butterflies, give them a haven, all that kind of stuff. And I think at that time she talked about how gardening helped her with her anxiety. And I really love that she shared that, because a lot of people won't share those types of things. And I think that, especially in the Black community, mental health is very, it's not talked about enough, and it needs to be talked about more. It's nothing to be ashamed about. It's nothing to be, all this kind of stuff. And it's a lot of misunderstandings. And that's another thing, because I find people all the time, they'll say something, oh, they're a pussy, or they're this, that, and other, and I have to cuss them people out too. That's out of order. Don't attack people because of that, because over 75% of the world suffers with some type of mental illness, whether it's anxiety, depression, it could be anything, bipolar, PTSD, any of these things. And for you to go out here and say these things when 3/4 of the world deals with this stuff is out of order. And when they try to have something negative to say about somebody getting help or finding an outlet for that helps them with their anxiety or whatever it might be, it's out of order. But anyway, yeah, I love that she shared that, and she showed how it was helping her to deal with that. Well, anyway, homegirl took a 6-month hiatus, and I was looking kind of cross-eyed, like, where's she been at? Then she done come back. She doing herbal videos. She showing how she building her grandmother. Her grandmother did not think that she could grow in that yard. Homegirl has put in the work. She has cleared it, dug up all these palm trees, put raised beds, and she's showing, how you can do the hugelkulture method in your raised beds so you can save money. You ain't got to fill them beds. I done preached that before about buying all this dirt. Y'all quit buying all this dirt, making people rich. Now, if you just like spending money, fine, go spend your money. Whatever. There's nothing I can do to save you. But if you one of them type people like me that's like, we need to quit making corporations rich because they ain't doing nothing for us, then you need to find you another way. Especially if you live in an area where there's trees around you. Or you can get wood chips, or you can get compost from your city, or you can, all these different, it's a lot of methods. Check them out. You know what I'm saying? So she's showing all that. Then she got some philanthropy efforts going on. She said she want to go out into her community where she's from, show people that's low income, don't have much money, that they can grow their own food, they can feed themselves. She want to go out in the community. Now see, that's what I'm talking about. Because you can't keep just talking about it. You have to be about it. People want to just keep talking about what, and let me tell you this, it also pisses me off. And technology has done this. The people are so selfish. It really touched my heart because she said she wanted to go out in her community and help these people. She didn't say I want to go out here, make all this money, make myself rich, do this, that, and the other, get YouTube views. She didn't say any of that. She said I wanted to go in my community where I'm from, the community that cultivated me, and I want to go back and cultivate it. You see what I'm saying? These people kill me. Oh, what should I do next? Is it going to give me a few views? Is it going to give me a few likes? Is it going to give me a few clicks? Is it going to give me, oh, is people going to look at me if I do this? Really? That's how y'all worried about it? Okay. I see. I see. And I'm going to be real, that selfishness, I can't. Because I've seen it in people's comment sections. And I've seen how people do when they go over to people's channels. They ain't really trying to help nobody. They're trying to help themselves. Just what they leave in the comment section. I can tell by your comments what you're doing. Okay. I have peep game. I'm good. You know, you don't want to help nobody else, but you want somebody to help you. Okay. I see. So, shout out to Soul Gardener 74 because my girl really out here getting it, putting in her grind. Putting out this information, very needed information, vital information. You know, she's really out here doing it. Here comes this truck again. Is somebody's animal out or something? Because they really circling. They just circling, going around the same little corner over and over and over, circling. And then waving at me. I don't know you. Anyway, but yeah, y'all go check out them 3 channels. If you didn't know Soul Gardener 74, go check her out. If you did and you hadn't seen her latest stuff, watch her latest stuff. Love that she's giving out the herbal information, and telling people what they can do with these different herbs and stuff. Her content right now is just fire. Her content was great before, but it's absolutely fire right now. Same thing with Essie, but I'm sure all of y'all watch Essie. Essie content right now, ooh. Because I'm going to tell y'all, when it get winter time, especially these people in my growing zone, you in 8A, B, and your content is terrible, please tell me why, because you can still be gardening. But I'm not going to get on that. Anyway, with that being said, until next time, see you guys later. Y'all let me know how y'all like the channels. Appreciate y'all watching. Yeah. Me and Felix gonna peace out. Felix gonna be left outdoors because I ain't studying him. Anyway, see y'all later.